Hi, is God real? How can you know for sure that God is real and that He exists? Well, imagine you were walking in a field and you found a smartphone. You wouldn't just assume that this smartphone that you found appeared out of nowhere or that it always existed. You wouldn't just assume that this smartphone existed because of the Big Bang or that the phone evolved into what it is. But based on the smartphone's design, you would assume it has a designer. The way the software functions inside the phone, as well as the different physical parts of the phone, all point to the fact that there was a designer who was responsible for the existence of the smartphone. Therefore, the proof that God is real is in what God has made. Romans chapter 1 verse 20, it says, "For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, His eternal power and divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood from what was made, so that men are without excuse." So think, for example, of the DNA code that exists in our bodies. The complexity and the purpose of DNA argue that there is indeed an intelligent writer or designer of the DNA code. When you look at the smartphone, it functions partly because of the complex software code that exists inside the phone. Now, it would be wrong to assume that the software code in this phone simply evolved or that it created itself. But simple logic will tell us that there was an intelligent designer behind the software code. And so the proof of God is in His creation. We exist simply because God is real. Genesis chapter 1 verse 1, it says, "In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth." And finally, we also know that God exists because He reveals Himself not only through creation, but also through the scriptures and through His Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.